In this episode, I'm sharing the unseen dynamics of how some workplaces really work, from my experience as an HR practitioner. This took place within a private education institution located in the Central region, working closely with the senior leadership team. There were periods when everything was under intense operational and strategic pressure. Not abstract pressure, not theoretical deadlines. Most tasks required immediate action, within 30 minutes to an hour. Others had a maximum turnaround of 1 to 3 days to avoid regulatory penalties and meet statutory submission deadlines. This involved HR governance, risk management, and compliance that could no longer be deferred. Some issues were new, many were not. They had accumulated quietly over time, unresolved, undocumented, unaddressed, largely unnoticed by senior leadership long before committed staff stepped in to carry them. There had been no proper handover of critical matters following staff departures. Only routine items were passed on. The real risks surfaced only after the exits occurred. That was when everything landed. Documentation had to be rebuilt from fragmented records, processes stabilized from scratch. Entire teams across the institution had to be guided, educated, and aligned, under pressure and often under resistance. Work extended far beyond office hours. Nights stretched late. Weekends disappeared. This continued for months. The institution had to hold. If audits failed, if governance and compliance broke, it wouldn't just affect reports or reputation. It would affect livelihoods, jobs, and the institution's ability to continue operating, including attracting and retaining international students and high-caliber talent. When long overdue issues surfaced, they moved downward. When accountability was required, it landed with those who stayed. I stayed. I carried the load. Not because it was comfortable, but because I was committed to my role as a professional HR practitioner. I didn't want to leave halfway, especially at a time when the institution and the people within it needed consistency, clarity, and support the most. Alongside this, there was another category of staff. Their hours were fixed, their scope tightly contained, their presence steady, but distant from the pressure. When things became messy, they were distant. When pressure peaked, they stepped aside, or resigned. In some cases, they urged those who were fully committed to resign as well. And when stability returned, when findings were cleared, when audits passed, when the institution was safe again, they re-emerged. With higher compensation, with fixed bonuses, with flexible arrangements, with additional headcount, with greater authority. That contrast stayed with me. Those who absorbed the crisis were often left stretched thin and frequently given even more responsibility. Those who avoided the crisis returned elevated. And that's when something became clear. In some workplaces, hard work and commitment are not what move people forward. Perceived stability does. Perceived visibility does. And the perceived ability to stay untouched by crisis does. Risk-taking is praised, but only when someone else carries the consequences. Those who step in during crisis often become invisible once order is restored. Those who remain untouched by the crisis are seen as safe, reliable, promotable, competent. This isn't about bitterness, and it isn't about one individual. It's about a pattern many committed professionals have encountered and quietly lived through. Hard work protects workplaces, but it doesn't always protect careers. Being dependable can make you essential without making you visible. That said, I don't regret what I gave. I gained a wide spectrum of knowledge within the private education sector. I strengthened my judgment, expanded my capability, and reinforced my ability to operate with composure, depth, and decisiveness under prolonged pressure. I walked away enriched, with clearer standards, deeper confidence, and a stronger sense of how I choose to engage going forward. Because once you understand how some workplaces really work, you get to decide how much of yourself you give and where it truly belongs.